I follow in step, preferring to stay close to the front of the party.
I'm like halfway inside their square, peeking like around the corner.
Useful.
Can I place myself there? Is that fine?
But and he
These
turns around
thick
and looks to
mahogany
Artax.
doors are set with.
Sorry.
I apologize. Go ahead.
He looks to Artax and asks him, "Well, do you think that this picture there might be, well, worth the coin?"
It's a
shield, a serviceable shield of a very lesser noble family. Probably has no value whatsoever beyond a normal shield.
Flanked on either side are family portraits of stony, lean-faced, leering individuals who seem to be judging you as you stand in the entrance to their long-held house.
Can I use
Artax.
prestidigitation to make them grow like stupid mustaches? I don't want to abuse this skill, but it's a skill I have.
I turn to
you would
Artax
not
and
be
say,
able to make them grow, but you could mark it.
Yeah, okay, I will. Because they look really like grim, don't they?
You're just
you
trying to.
are
I'm
going
trying
to
to
need
liven
help
up
getting
the
up there,
place.
though.
Oh, do you need to touch them?
Yeah, for this, you're trying to draw on their
Okay.
face.
Artax,
And you're a little gnome.
how serviceable is this shield? Worth for the encounter?
could replace yours.
In the meantime, I poke Theric and ask him to lift me up.
Okay, I move towards the shield and begin to reach for it.
Okay, you grab the shield, and it easily comes off the wall from its holdings.
Cool. I then turn with it in the one hand and put my other hand lower down. Daleen, want to go up? Match, that is you. That's your character.
Sorry, what did you say?
We just discussed it's too small to get up there. I've taken the shield off the wall, turned around, and said, Daleen, you want to get up?
Theric is like in the process of helping me, but I'm gonna jump on your shield and be like, "Thank you, kind sir. You're very noble." And then I
Crash
draw
Bandicoot land double jump. Okay, cool.
I draw the biggest mustache.
So how do you big old mustache on the ladies?
Yep. Giant, like
Alrighty.
bushy Bavarian mustaches.
Having thoroughly defaced these old, expertly painted family portraits, you now stand in a defaced entry hall. Two thick mahogany doors set with dark shades of stained glass windows block your entrance.
Max, from the journal, what kind of shield did I just throw into my inventory?
You have as far as you are aware, a normal shield. It provides a +2 AC bonus when you use it. You can only benefit from one shield at a time. And more information can be found in the Player's Handbook Equipment section.
Cool.
I drop down from the shield and bow to the crowd for my excellent way of lightening the surroundings.
Well, I
I'm hoping the
congratulate.
spirit. Sorry, go ahead.
I congratulate you. If there are ghosts, now they will hate us.
I'll let this little fella have his fun. I would say let's press onwards. And he tries to open the mahogany door.
As you grip the handle and give it a pull, the room opens.
And as it opens, he just steps one step in.
I'm joining. Oh, that's a beautiful staircase.
A wide hall runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a longsword, with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-paneled walls are innately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. A cloakroom is easily distinguished by its thick-drawn curtain providing it nice and privacy, and stairs leading upwards can be found, as well as multiple doors.
I point to the sword, look at Valen, sorry, and go, "This is for you, noble knight."
Noble
he's
knight,
holding.
we're just entering in a building. Do not know if there are people in here, and we're just starting taking things.
Well,
There are
it seems
feral
like
wolves
it.
there. It's likely everyone's dead.
I'm
Your
sure
guys
the owners won't mind us using their serviceable. And I look at Artax and kind of grin a little bit. Shield and swords to defend their homestead.
You have the shield. You should have the sword too.
Seems like
Okay,
they
so-
didn't use it.
Does
While
the
he's
sword
grabbing
look-
the
It is
sword,
a expertly balanced.
Go
The
ahead,
sword
Max.
is expertly balanced, still holds a sharp edge. The hilt is like an X with 4 windmill blades sticking out. With the handle being the body of the windmill itself, and seems to be matching in appearance to that of the shield.
Cool.
I see Boindil has approached one of the doors.
I would just open that while Valen is taking the sword. Looks like a huge dining room up ahead. I see some chairs and tables.
Should we maybe go after
The centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale.
Does this all look like really clean?
Yeah,
It's not worn down from time or anything.
no, this looks like people have been like here just earlier today, maybe even like minutes. Like this table has been set.
Is there still food on the table?
No food has been presented as of yet, though there is a bowl of sorted fruits.
Okay, let's start heading towards the right of the room.
I want to take a look at the fruits, because if the kids have been on their own for 10 days, the fruits shouldn't be fresh anymore.
Hey guys, are we in a hurry?
What are you planning, Theric?
I could just do one of my rituals and
Let's first see if these fruits are fruits or if these are...
I was gonna say, like, I could check if there's anything magical here around us.
Well, how much time we're talking about?
Like 10 minutes.
Well, definitely. And he just leans back on the wall, taking out a. I mean,
I
do we
take
have
a seat.
like
I take a seat
redstone
at the
or
table.
something?
I can help you, Furbolg. And I sit on that chair over here, and then I start playing some lo-fi hip-hop to get him into the groove.
All right. So I will just sit here in the corner, and I don't know what little sit is called, but like with legs over each other, and we'll start a ritual for detect magic.
Alrighty. That will take 10 minutes. So while they're doing that, let's hear what everyone else is doing.
So I'm just sitting at the table with inspecting the family sword and shield and the windmill crest, and just kind of mumbling to myself, sort of in a mantra over and over, the following: 2 children, nobles, 10 days alone, starving, not allowed in the kitchen, table full of food. 2 children.
Just fruit. No table full of food.
Yeah, fruit. You know, I'm just saying there's food. Something's not right. Kind of just going over the facts under my breath as I inspect.
Yeah, Artax is gonna take I assume the fruit are like in a bowl or something.
Yeah.
He will take them and just poke at them with his claws, because like he's expecting them to be like, if not rotten, at least to be very, very soft at this point after the 10-day.
Firm. The grapefruit that you've touched is firm. It looks ripe. It smells nice. Although you are more of an obligate carnivore than the rest of your traveling companions.
I'm just.
This ain't right. 10-day. And this fruit, he kind of throws it towards Valen, gently, not like trying to hit him with it, just towards him.
Tries to decapitate Valen with a grapefruit.
No, but like he's not trying to hit you in the head with it.
Yeah, and I kind of catch it and say, I just nod in agreement. I've never had grapefruit last 10 day.
Definitely.
Well, Valen, give it a try. Just,
I wouldn't.
Bite it firmly.
This is like fresh. After 10 days, fruit doesn't look like that.
I'd rather keep an empty stomach during work. Throws it across the room.
You don't get what I mean. This doesn't add up. 10 days pass, and these fruit are like they are fresh from the tree.
Something is not right.
Well, definitely is not right. Artax is taking the probably the truth. And yeah, Valen, do not bite it. And while he's like having a little bit of leather piece that he's just like kind of scratching on his great axe. He, all the times like looking into the hallway every like few seconds. Just it has like this feeling that someone is watching or behind them. If you say something, Valen, we don't hear it. Oh, gotcha.
You can hear me now, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Theric, how's it going? Oh, wait, shall I not disturb him?
Do not disturb him.
So, Daleen, have you had a good song while we're waiting? Or a rhyme? Or a riddle?
It's very repetitive what I'm playing, but I actually stopped playing, and I recall when I tried to use magic on the children, something weird happened. So I'm going to try to do the same on the fruit, because obviously something's thought's wrong. So let's see. No, I'm not going to use vicious mockery. I'm going to use prestidigitation again and try to make it seem dirty. So both pulling a prank.
The fruit
and
now has a slight bruising upon it and appears to have the beginnings of mold cultures growing on parts of it.
I think somebody's somehow deceiving us with these facades. I'm gonna try the same thing on the walls. If I can do something that big, I'm gonna
Are
try,
you
like,
using prestidigitation to like dirty the fruit?
yeah. Oh, was that my magic making it
What was
moldy?
your magic?
Oh, okay, it wasn't somebody
Yeah,
else.
you
Okay, I'm
made
gonna
it
make it
dirty
clean
and
again. I'm gonna make
Right.
it clean again.
It looks cleaner, though the firmness of the fruit has been damaged by the rapid deterioration it just experienced.
Okay.
Oh, was it
Well-
interesting? Did you do that often with fruit?
Just checking. Something seems wrong. The children disappeared once I tried to use my magic. Maybe these
Do you think this is all like illusion magic going on here? Like someone playing or trying to deceive us? And while he's asking that, he just puts away that piece of leather and just rams the axe into the table in front of him to check if it's sharp enough.
Your axe is plenty sharp as it cleaves into the fine, valuable, antique mahogany dining table.
And you complain about us taking a shield and a sword.
Silverware
Thinking-
scatters and a few pieces of crystal crack and break as the axe is ripped out.
That was unnecessary.
Now at least we'll know that this beauty is sharp. Just as the mind of yours, Valen.
I hope so. Has anyone
Let
heard
it
the
be known in all
growls
the
from the wolves
fables.
since?
You've never actually heard any sounds coming from that room at all.
It seems like we can't
Though,
hear
go ahead and make
anything.
me a perception check now that you've asked about it. Everyone
Yeah.
can if you wish.
Okay.
Gotcha. Talking about checks, is it from the settings that I don't have advantage and disadvantage for picking on rolls?
You can
Yeah,
do
I
that in
couldn't
the
pick that
settings tab on the character sheet.
Yeah, I noticed it's rolling twice for a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard setting. It's set to roll queries on the setting thing and the character sheet, like the ear behind spells. It's set to
Yeah, I
always roll
suggest-
advantage. Make it advantage toggle.
Yeah, I suggest
setting?
roll queries so that you are not rolling at advantage all the time.
Which cogwheel?
We'll cover
On
that
the-
later.
On the character sheet, you see core bio spells, and then there's a gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the settings tab, and there is roll queries on the right hand side, just below the check
there
mark
we go,
for
okay.
NPC box. And that's
Toggle. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
toggle.
I'm not gonna do any perception checks because I'm trying to figure out a good like rhyme for what happened just now. I'm gonna go. Let it be known in all the fables. Our team has the Slayer of Tables. Fuck, that was really bad. I should prepare these beforehand. And then I do a little like 3 strings and a bow.
Bing
my
bang
dwarf.
bong.
Are you muted, Corm?
No, I was just talking to chat.
Okay.
Alrighty, I actually got my screen back. I was having issues there for a moment.
Cool.
All right.
Alrighty. So, having defaced the table and the dining room, where else shall our brave adventurers go with axe in hand?
Is Theric done with his
Detect magic?
Yes. Detect magic has gone off. And you don't detect any magic aside from the base prestidigitation that has been dancing around.
All right.
Well, it seems like we're all naturally heading back to the hallway.
I'm just going through the other door
looks like
that I
that.
saw in the corner here.
Let me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's
So we
that
don't have
room.
to filter out through the same door, all of us.
Yeah.
Who has the light? All right.
It's
Hmm.
Valen.
You can always light your own light as well.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that then.
So obviously
Is that
we've
Theric?
stumbled upon some
yeah,
stairs.
I'm going to that door next in front of the stairs and try to push that open.
And I, meanwhile,
Oh.
will tell the party that I haven't detected any magic.
Okay, cool.
Can you ping which door you wanted to open?
Sure. This one?
Wonderful. These oaken doors open effortlessly.
Oh. Shit.
This oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the wall, their glass display cases easily revealing what they hold. One appears to hold a small box and an assortment of wine glasses. The other holds an impressive array of hunting crossbows, along with bolts for each of them.
No wonder we didn't hear any wolves. Those don't howl for a long time, it seems.
Valen, Theric, and Boindil do hear a slight whimpering above them.
I crane my neck immediately in the direction. And anyone else hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Once it's pointed out, you do begin to hear it.
Must be upstairs.
Will we go upstairs?
I would like to take the time to pick up one of the crossbows with bolts.
Do you open the cabinet?
Yes.
The cabinet is locked. As you try to open it, the glass jiggles in your grip. No amount of trying to open it releases the lock. You would
We have a
clearly need
quality
keys
challenge
or
for your axe
lockpicks.
dwarf.
It's made of glass, right?
Yes.
There is a glass pane in front of it. You could possibly break it rather easily.
Yeah, that's what. If he sees he's struggling with it, Artax is just gonna, from behind him, just gonna jab it with the end of his glaive.
Alrighty, it cracks, and after careful removing of the larger shards, you can remove the crossbows behind. There is a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, and a hand crossbow. And there are 20 bolts sized for each of them.
I want to grab the tiniest one.
The hand crossbow.
I
Yes, please.
Do you have proficiency with martial weapons as a bard? I don't think so.
Probably
I would
not.
suggest the
Well,
light
if you want,
crossbow.
if
you can use it.
Oh. I've
Light
got simple
crossbows are
weapons,
simple
and
weapons.
I do have hand crossbow.
Oh, you have hand crossbow. Yeah, then you can use it.
Yeah.
And
It's
you can
not
always
like-
use it without proficiency. It's
yeah,
just
but
harder to use.
that's true. Okay, you take the hand crossbow.
How many bolts?
20.
20.
20 bolts for the hand crossbow, 20 bolts for the light crossbow, and 20 bolts for the heavy crossbow.
I look at Theric. I look back at the crossbows.
I think I'll take the. I mean, I could take the heavy one. What do you think?
I would. I look at you, and you see him grabbing your arm and just pinching your upper arm.
Take the light one.
All right. Fair enough.
That's the kind of voice that you don't disobey. You're just like, yes, daddy.
Ooh.
And then he looks at the others.
Anyone want a heavy one?
Boindil just waving a no and pointing at the javelins on his back and the 2 axes hanging extra on his belt.
What about you, Valen?
I'd like motion with each hand that, you know, I've got the sword and I've got the shield and say, I think it's your turn.
As you make that motion, you just see him like holding the glaive with both hands, has a big greatsword before 2 hands on his back, kind of like tilts his head slightly, but then shrugs and takes it.
Could it be we're not meant to pick up everything we find?
Find out next time.
It's break. Going to break.
Well, is there anything else interesting in this room?
Plenty interesting things in this room. Excellent taxidermy.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna take the wolf taxidermy with us, like dragging it through the house.
Well, maybe we should
Yeah,
rip it open
you know, there's
and
a
see what's
cask of wine on the table. All sorts of interesting things in the room.
Oh, I kind of
But
noticed
there's
that there's
somewhere
a
in the house a monster.
Yeah,
And you hear a whimpering above you.
yeah. Let's rush upside. Let's rush upstairs.
Someone needs help or something. Maybe.
I think
We
we're being
need to our
lured.
doom, but let's go upstairs.
I'm beginning to lose my patience with this.
You did mention though there's something about a pipe thing or something in that room behind, just to note it down in my brain.
Yeah, there's a pipe rack with pipes. Hold on,
Gotcha.
Valen. Let me adjust you. Hold on, guys. Let me adjust you.
Great.
So Valen was up there first.
Yep.
Followed by Artax.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Boindil.
You guys can see where... oh, wait, no, you probably can't. Boindil, you would be right there. Boom. Did Theric want to open that door?
No, I just stood here.
Oh, okay. Let me know when Theric needs to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of the Durst family. 2 elderly parental figures, and clearly Rosvalda and Thornbolt. Smiling happily. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which you can see the mother clearly regards with a look of scorn and disgust. Standing suits of armor Flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. Red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues upwards, and a cold draft can be felt coming from down the stairs. A soft whimpering grows louder as you reach the landing, coming from behind these walls.
But what you waiting for, Valen? Go
I begin
open
to
the door.
move towards and kind of murmur towards Daleen. Any chance you can work your magic with the lights again?
I will make an attempt. Do I need to roll Arcana?
Mm,
I'm going to.
Yeah, let me just get those lamps up here.
I'm going to steal the flame from Valen's torch again and kind of.
You don't have to.
No, I'm
Do
doing
it.
it for flair.
All right.
Finesse.
Yes. I'm gonna fail.
Fire,
The entire house burns
Fire
down.
Lord Zuko in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Valen, you hear whimpering coming from behind the door. Sounds animal-like.
There's something behind here. It's not human. It sounds scared. But still be on your guard.
Do you open the door?
I kind of have my shield up ready and turn to face my companions. Together.
Go forth.
Together.
Might of winds.
If it's an animal,
The door
do
opens.
not scare it.
The whimpering stops momentarily, and there's a slight scuttering further deeper into the corner.
Oh my god, is that a papa? That's a fucking corgi or a Labrador.
No way.
Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece. Close inspection of them reveals that several are carvings of well-dressed skeletons.
God, strings for keys, strings for keys, strings for keys. I'm just muttering to myself. I'm not sure where I'm gonna run first. I head over to the harp.
The dog whimpers and backs away from you, further into the corner.
Hold.
Stop.
I play one string. The very lightest string.
Theric,
It
Yeah,
I think this
I
calls for you.
whimpers and tilts its head
Yeah, I
for a
would like
moment.
I would like to take the time and use the speech of beast and leaf and talk to the dog and say we're not here to hurt him and that we're trying to help him.
And that he's a good boy.
It tilts his head to the other way and slowly approaches Theric. Gently comes to Theric's feet, curls up and lays down.
Oh.
Clear inspection shows that the dog is starving.
I'm going to drop
All
a
Has
right.
matted
face ration
fur.
on the floor for it to eat.
The dog looks at you and looks at the rations.
I will feed him a little.
It gently sticks its head further closer to the rations, bites the rations eagerly, almost nipping your fingers and pulling back as it scarfs down the rations, not chewing, not savoring, like a starved, food-hungry beast. It then begins to stand up and starts eating the rest of the rations on the floor.
Good boy.
Its tail begins wagging.
I'm gonna kind of extend my arm to.
You see that there is a silk rope wrapped around its neck with a metal tag.
I will slowly reach my arm out, let him sniff my hand, and then sit on one knee, and try to slowly, like while petting his head, try to slide my hand down to the metal and see if there's anything special on it.
There's a stylized L which has survived age, but the rest is clearly faded. Whatever this dog's name is, its owners clearly don't know where he has been.
Can we take the doggy into our party?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to restore this thing. I think I can use
Prestidigitation.
Thanks.
Nice.
To clean things, but not to like fix
Restore.
things as to like how they looked before. If I don't know how they look, I don't think that makes sense.
It's scarce.
How does the fur of the dog look like? Could you use a cleaning? Because maybe we'll enjoy that.
Oh, that I can do.
It is dirty, matted, and you do see noticeable flea covering.
Oh.
But that's not too unusual for random dogs in the wild.
Time to work your magic.
Matt, you've got to do this.
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to
You
figure out.
You have to help the doggo.
While they're trying to figure out to help the dogger, Boindil is leaning over curiously about this device of music he's never seen before and just knows it from stories, and it just like pushes gently with the other side, with the hilt of the great axe, just some buttons.
Well, he plays his
Pure
gorgeous
ivory
melody. Oh no.
keys are jutting out of the black lacquered wood. And as you press one, it's discordant. A great axe hilt is not the best musical player, but the notes are beautiful in their own way.
It just turns around with a grin to Daleen and was like this face. I did music.
I light up. And I use like go by your key. This is truly a beautiful pet, but it's full glory we haven't seen yet, and then I clean it with my my P word.
Nice.
Not that P word. I spell.
Not the PP, but the P.
I don't have a PP.
Matted bits of fur begin to fall off. His fur taking a more uniform, even level. This mixed breed hound stands a little bit more noble, though still dirty and still covered in fleas. He looks happily at you, licks you in appreciation for cleaning up his fur.
I'm going to give him a good rubbing around the ears.
Just keep it away from me. I don't want fleas.
Enthusiastically leans into the scritches. While prestidigitation is powerful, you think it will take an actual BATH to get this dog clean.
we can't say the B word. He's gonna run away.
Time.
All right. Now that he is calm and is kind of used to us, I would like to use Speak with Animals as a ritual, and see if I can figure out why he got locked up in here, and if there's anything
Sure.
that we wonder about.
Sure. Is anyone else going to do anything while Theric is performing a ritual?
Yeah, I would just walk out of the room and go to the next door.
Oh, fuck.
And
I wanted to play music together.
open that.
Seeing that
Okay.
the dwarf wanders off, Artax follows. Also because
I'm gonna
he's
follow-
kind of like
Well, to see what happens.
every time
I-
someone plays the discordant music, you see his ears flatten, and like the fur in his back of his neck just stand upright because he's very sensitive to that.
Fair enough.
Let's pause here for 5 minutes. I need to go get some water and stuff, and I'll be right back. You guys also go ahead and get your water, talk to your chats and whatnot, okay?
Cool.
Cool.
Beautiful.
I'm not sensing a encounter at all. It's just
Oh, it's
very
just
natural.
it's well hidden. I promise you, it's well
Natural.
hidden.
Did you play it before?
No, but he warned us that if we are acting stupid, we can die. So, yeah.
Right.
I just had the flashback. Mustache on statues.
gonna be
Mustache on paintings.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is that the statues come to life and that we will die by then.
But they've.
You're gonna
You
be
mean,
very
you mean
upset.
the
mustaches.
standing armors?
Yes.
Yeah, in the hallway here.
As you say that, I was thinking about giving Redzy the idea
So
of
how's
dress
the
up in one of these beautiful armors, because are you having like plate armor on you as a paladin?
Something
I mean,
called
let me check what I already have on me at the moment.
BTT
But yeah,
enhancement
the
suit.
goal is to be in full plate.
And I was thinking of you being in that armor, and as Dano mentioned that they might come to life. You're like
And then
in
I'm
there.
trapped. Like
Sorry, I don't want to kill you, but this
I
armor
didn't
is
mean it. I didn't mean it. Okay, that one I meant, but I didn't mean the others.
Beautiful.
I definitely feel like we're approaching some kind of illusion trap. I had
I-
the suspicion of illusion in the beginning, and then somebody came by my stream and said something about illusion, and then disappeared. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely thought there'd be something going on here.
I feel we walked straight into a very nefarious, deadly trap here. I'm waiting for things to suddenly turn around, like, I don't know, either like the armors animating and attacking us, or this nice little doggo turning into a beast, a barghest or something. Something is gonna happen.
Valen's gonna take his new shield and sword, like, "Ah!" and while he's striking, it just
Disappears. I'm like,
Well,
Oh, that would be the most nefarious thing that could happen. Like, that shield is actually a mimic.
yeah.
in that case, if it's a
Bites
dog
arm.
that's gonna transform, I thank you all for leaving me.
Well, actually, so just before Max said, I was going to say I go and stand partway in the doorway so I can keep an eye on you, give you privacy with the dog, but be able to monitor both parts of the party because I feel protective already.
Yeah, like Gorm
Like
decided to open the door and everyone is there.
Yeah, Gorm's like, okay, I'm out of here. And then you're just left on your own with a demon dog.
All I could think about is Artax is standing there. There's two people close to that piano, and I don't think he would like that very much if they started just hammering on the keys.
Yeah.
Gosh, it would be a terrible party performance of Boindil.
Alrighty, I am back. Do we have everyone else?
Welcome back. Not much.
Our
I'm waiting
princess.
for Matt.
Oh, Gnome Princess is missing.
Alrighty.
Daleen.
I still find it funny that he's playing.
So
a
Max, I
Gnome
just filled in
Princess.
these guys because I was about to say it when you called for a break. Like I've stood in the doorway so that I can keep an eye on both parts of the party now because I'm starting to feel a bit protective. But like I realize that the dog needs maybe a 1-to-1 scenario at the moment to open up. So I'm kind of just keeping distance, but already starting to feel a bit protective.
Standing back. Yeah. Understandable.
Oh, and Fan,
We are going into.
Yeah.
you had any right to be mean because, well, yeah, cats have thumbs.
Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware. I had to.
This is why you chose a cat.
Oh, the
Also,
dog
this is
just
a
turned into a
humanoid
cat.
cat, so of course he has thumbs.
Dino's cat is just wearing a face like, of course I have thumbs.
Will this help me? Fuck.
Our
I'm going to need
Alright.
to buy light, I think.
Roll back.
You open the thick oaken doors. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance in the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill atop a rocky crag. Situated in the corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves.
Boindil just makes a step in.
Yeah, Artax does so as well. I kind of feel like they're going through the door at the same time, kind of trying to see who can push through first.
No, there's plenty of room for a dwarf and a leonin to step through easily enough.
Okay.
I'm like pacing front, like back and forth behind them, trying to get a view.
I've sidestepped to the
thank
middle
you.
of the corridor now so that I can just be equidistant to both groups.
Boindil's like, looks not interesting and empty. And
I'm
heads out
gonna
into
take
the
a
middle
look
room.
at the desk, see if there's any drawers or anything.
I call out,
The desk has several items resting atop it. An oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinderbox, and a letter kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing the Durst family's insignia, a windmill.
I kind of look, I turn around to Daleen and say, like, stuff to.
Do you need utensils to write down your songs and poems?
That's what I was thinking. I'm definitely grabbing the ink and the parchment and the feather.
Somebody
the
was
ink
going to call
contained?
out.
yeah, I
Yes,
was
the
going to
ink is
call.
in a jar.
I was going to call out and say, I don't suppose you've located the kitchen for the children's food yet.
No.
I don't think anybody eats
Blast.
ink.